Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a long time since we've chatted. I've got a lot to catch up on with you, and while I do that, I'm going to go ahead and do a full face for the first time since July. That's how crazy and hectic my life has been. So let's jump right in. Let's do a full face. We're going to try a few new things that we haven't tried yet, and we're going to talk. So welcome back. I'm going to go ahead and start with Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. We're going to do the MAC Prep and Prime Natural Radiance Base Primer just to test it out and see how it is. So while I prep and prime, last time we talked, we were talking about the fact that we were moving 3,000 miles away from California. Well, we did it. It was a complete success. It was one of the craziest experiences I've ever had in my life. I'm not ignoring you. My mirror's over here. But we did it. We loaded up the car. We loaded up the kids and the dog. And we traveled to North Carolina. We ended up landing in North Carolina. And it has been one of the most beautiful, enriching, different experiences of my entire life, and I am in love. So now that we are prepped and primed, I've had this sample I've been sitting on for a while of the BH 212 Light Olive foundation, so we're going to give that a shot. If I can open the stupid thing. Okay. So anyway, I haven't posted a video in a while because we have been... My makeup's all runny. We settled here in North Carolina. I haven't had really much of a occasion to do a full face. I don't really have much of an occasion today, but me and the hubs were talking, and he's like, I miss you doing your makeup. We hauled it 3,000 miles across country for it to sit. And I'm like, well, I don't go anywhere. I stay home with the kids. I don't work. He's got an amazing job, so I don't have to work, which means I don't have to find a babysitter, which means... That was the baby. I lost her cookies. Don't mind this craziness. Here, cookie. She just totally knocked everything off. Anyway. My husband has an amazing job. I don't have to work, which is good because I get more time with my babies, which has been amazing in itself. I have not missed a single thing with Catalea, who is blabbering in the background. She is now 7 months old. I know last time you saw her, she was a itty bitty thing. Now she's crawling and learning how to walk, and she is terrorizing my house right now in her walker. That's gonna work temporarily. Okay, sorry. Still don't have my studio yet, but we're working on it. We're not established. Let's put it that way. Sorry, I spend a lot of time with her, so I end up speaking a lot of baby talk, which I don't do that often because I want my kids to learn. Alright, first impressions. New primer, new... You know, for a sample, the shade is pretty spot on. So, I know what shade I am in the BH world. And yeah, I'm going to do it a little thick today, only because it's a sample. I don't have that much. The only thing I'm not liking about it is it's making my skin look super dewy. Like, it doesn't look highlighted. It looks wet. We'll see how it looks after it dries up some more. Because next up is concealer, so we're going to be powdering. You are enjoying that cookie. All right, let me see. No, I'm not going to put makeup on you. Alright, give me 2 seconds. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to change a little setup, had to talk to the kid. Go watch a movie, baby. We're still using our Wet n Wild Makeup Stick Concealer, which I am still in love with. I don't have that much to conceal anymore. So now we blend. Oh, I'm seeing how pale this stuff makes me. We'll cover that up, though. That's the joy of, I'm working with some funky lights here. The best lighting I've got right now is actually what I'm seeing on my phone, which is what you guys are seeing. What I'm seeing in real life is a little bit different. Like, you guys are able to see, I missed a spot here. What I'm seeing in my mirror, it looks more blended. Of course, right now I look like a ghost, but that's what, what's it called for? So next I'm going to use the Extraordinary Translucent Powder from Ciate. I am almost out of this stuff. I'm going to go ahead and go in with my bigger one, and since this foundation was really wet, that's the only downside, but I know I overused a little bit of it. Oh, we're going to bake pretty nicely today. That's been my other thing when it comes to wanting to do makeup is I don't know the best ways to make it stay, because I'm trying to get used to the humidity. And this summer, once we got here, oh my goodness, everybody's like, oh, it's so hot. It wasn't hot, it was heavy. The air was heavy, and I don't, like, you go outside and it's heavy. There's no explanation, no other way I can explain it. I know it's weird, but all right, I'm going in with my Mary Kay. This is a foundation that's just a few shades too dark. That's the best way I've learned how to conceal, or contour, not conceal, we're contouring. And I'm going to carve out those cheekbones. Blend it up with my hairline. This works if you've got darker hair, because then it can actually blend into your hairline and hide those imperfections in your hairline. I left my primer open. Go watch a movie, baby. Please. Chisel out the jaw. Not that I need it chiseled, but I prefer it. And I'm looking kind of like a freak right now. So, bow. And then I'm going to go with my Steve Laurent blush. And we're going to go ahead and powder up those cheeks. Take my fatty Mary Kay brush, which has been, this is the first I'm busting out my makeup in a while. Oh, I'm looking a little like a clown. So let's even this girl out. I'm just going to buff it everywhere. This will get that translucent powder. buffed away. Even out that contour so I'm not looking like a clown. Even out that blush so I'm not looking like a freak. And because I use powders on my contour and everything else, I don't have to worry about going behind and reapplying any kind of powders to make it stay budge proof. Okay. So yeah, craziness of life has really set in, moving. It's been an adjustment, I'm going to tell you that. Alright, I'm going with my Gimme Brow by Benefit Brow Volumizing Fiber Gel. I don't need much volumizing, but we'll give it a shot because it's the only brow product I think I have with me. It's been an adjustment period. I'm not gonna lie. We are sitting here in November. I'm gonna post this same day so y'all can be right here with me pretty much. Love it. Of course, I'm not a fan of the dark brows, so. Yeah, we decided to settle in North Carolina. Larry got an awesome job. He is off fishing with my oldest. So I'm stuck home with not stuck. I chose to be home with the two littles so I can have a chance to do makeup because, like I said, me and Larry had to talk about it. He's like, we drove all this way, brought all your makeup, and you haven't touched it since we moved. Well, I'm going to touch it. I'm going to play. I'm going to update my Facebook or my YouTube family on our lives before we go. They have a flag thing going on at I think it's at a cemetery today for Veterans Day tomorrow. Hey, baby. Oh, please go watch a movie. So here we are, updating, loving it. My face is done. It's time for the eyeballs. Sorry, bear with me, because, like I said, I got screaming kids. Let's go ahead and do... Oh, wait, I'm going to pull out my new Farrah brush. It's a 22E shade and blend brush. I think I got this from Jennifer. I miss you, girl. So we're going to have fun with this one. We're going to dip into our BH Ultimate Matte 42 Color Shadow Palette. I have no idea what I'm doing on my eyeballs today. So we're going to play together. But I think I'm going to mostly use this palette. So I'm going to start with this more tapered end because it's tapered because it's kind of flat. I'm going to let's dip into this simple, this brown. And we're going to cut that crease out. First things first, because I just saw it today. I haven't used it in a while. We're going to use the BH Studio Proof Waterproof Eye Primer to get these eyelids ready for the show. It just exploded. I didn't want to use that much, but you know what? We'll make it work. I'm going to go ahead and grab my little... You know it hurts if you blend your eyeballs too heavily, so be careful with that. And now that we're getting established, we're getting settled, I think about once a week I'm going to be hopping on here to do a tutorial. I do not have the Ipsy bag anymore. I did end up canceling it until we can get on more stable ground because the move kind of took a lot out of us. And not in a bad way. It didn't take a lot out of us in a bad way, but we left a lot in California. So there's a lot of little stuff we're starting on scratch. But let me tell you about our adventure getting out here. Baby girl. So when we left California, we left at night so we could do most of the driving at night. So the kids would be asleep for a lot of it. Because it was one of those, let's just get in the car and go. We have a lot of time. Hold on. Sorry, we had a lot of time to be able to do the drive, so we weren't like crunching on time. But I did not want to be stuck in the car for weeks. Because we were living out of the car until we got to North Carolina. 3 kids and a dog living out of a car. Not fun. Hold on. Sorry. I'm allowed trying to do this with kids under feet. It's interesting to say the least. So we're going to go... let's go with this. I have no idea what I'm doing today. It's been that long since I put on makeup that I'm looking at my palette going, I can see all the colors, but I can't see how I want to blend it all together. Anyway, so we started off at night. I'm going to go with this shade right here. Why not? And we just hit the road. Like, it didn't take long for the kids to fall asleep in the car once we got on the road, which was really nice. It made the first 8 hours of our trip incredible. We did have a couple snafus with the baby because we moved in July. So the baby was August, March, April, May, June, July. 4 months old. 3 to 4 months old. So she was still in that. Let me get up every 2 to 3 hours and eat. Which we wanted to stop every 2 to 3 hours anyway, stretch our legs, because it was going to be a long journey. I think the longest we ever drove without stopping was we did a 6-hour stint in Texas, between Texas and Oklahoma. But the dog was amazing. The kids, they only started acting out like once we crossed into North Carolina, because it was like, that was originally planned. That was going to be our first stop. We'd hang out with Larry's family, and then we'd travel, like take a week and then travel down to Florida. Well, we ended up taking 2 weeks to vacation in North Carolina, and Larry had a job opportunity fall in his lap, and it was one of those like, we weighed the pros and cons. We talked about it for probably about a full week before we ultimately decided, you know what, let's go ahead and stay in North Carolina. And we haven't left, and it's been a whirlwind adventure. I'm dipping into the Zodiac palette, and I'm going to dip into the Leos selection over here. And we're going to go ahead and do that outer corner. Just going to pat that darker on. It's been an adventure, and I couldn't be happier, you know? I mean, yeah, there's some things that are irking me a little bit, like all my friends, when I get up in the morning to take the LJ to school and do my morning routine with the littles, all my friends are still asleep because it's a 3-hour time difference. Hi, friends. Miss you. So usually I don't talk to them until, like, when I'm doing dinner time, that's when their kids are coming home from school. And that's about the time that I end up talking to them the most. Pretty. Alright, so I think I'm going to dip into that Libra shimmer. And we're going to pop that on the inner corner. You know me and my same brushes. This is that BH. Did I get this from BH? I can't find my lid. There it is. Yeah, BH Cosmetics. This is the brush cleaner. I swear by this thing because I'm horrible at cleaning my brushes. I've got a brush cleaner somewhere around here, but that would require me to pull all my brushes out, clean them, hang them. Eventually we'll get to that point. Alright, so we're dipping into this Libra shimmer. We're going to pop that right on the inner corner. Just kind of pop, pop, pop. Anyway, so I haven't made too many friends yet out here. I mean, I've made a few, and those few that I've made, I love you guys. Thank you for being my friend. I sound like the Golden Girls. Thank you for being my friend. But the life that we have out here now is very different. Like, we did a lot of, let's get dolled up and go. Let's get dolled up and go eat. Let's go shopping. Let's go blah, 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 blah.